Keep it going, keep it going. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media, BronxNet TV. We begin this morning's show with some Monday morning highlights of events and issues impacting our community. Bronx elected officials recently gathered for their annual Black History Month event, African American Abrazo. This event, which is a part of a regular series put on by Council Member Ruben Diaz Sr. to highlight different cultures, honored Norma Saunders, the president of the Bronx River Houses. The gathering brought out hundreds of people and was filled with music, dancing, food, and more. And this past weekend, the Bronx Coalition of Parks and Green Spaces held their annual Bronx Park Speak Up event. This event is an annual community networking event for environmental stakeholders, offering attendees the opportunity to learn about resources for the many parks in our borough. The event included panel discussions, workshops, speakers, and presentations. And on Saturday, March the 3rd, Fever Records will hold the Forever Freestyle 12. That's at the Lehman Center. The night will include freestyle legends including Judy Torres, TKA, CoverGirls, and more. The doors open at 7 p.m. and the show begins at 8 p.m. And in the Riverdale section of the Bronx, the Wave Hill House is holding an exhibition. It's showcasing different birds around the city. Let's take a look.
Ecologiac, Missing Birds of New York, is an art opening hosted by Gabriel Willow at Wave Hill House Expositions. A series of drawings and paintings were displayed by Gabriel and Mike Childs.
I lead a lot of nature walks, and I educate the public about nature, including birds, which is sort of a passion of mine. And so I often think about what, in addition to what you see, what you don't see, you know. And so, for example, one of these bird species, the passenger pigeon, was probably the most abundant bird that ever lived. And so I think about how different our experience is that we never get to witness that. You know, something where there was 3 to 4 billion of them in existence, and they're just gone now.
Painter Mike Childs grew up in Toronto in the 70s, where he became fascinated by the structure of buildings and patterns. He moved to the Bronx 25 years ago, and since then, his fascination with the structure of objects hasn't slowed down one bit.
What I want Bronxites to get out of my work, I would think certainly enjoyment, the different colors and the way the colors speak to each other, but also the next time that they look at something odd out there in the world, it might be a piece of graffiti that's painted out or a strange combination of garbage even. It's like everything out there in the world has the possibility to be some kind of doorway into some kind of fascinating design, some opportunity to think about the world as an aesthetic object.
It's really great to see work outside of the studio environment, and this place is so spectacular. Support
Wave Hill. It's a gem in the Bronx, and see the beautiful gardens here, and you get to see a couple of art shows at the same time. It's a nice day trip, and you can bring your children to do the art project here as well.
For further information about exhibits at Wave Hill, visit wavehill.org. This is Ashley Tiffany reporting from BronxNet.